Hello, good evening everyone. How is everyone doing in a rainy evening? Check. Okay. Hello everyone, let's give a few minutes for everyone to join us. So yeah, before that let me do a sound check. Okay, if you can hear me good, can you please drop me a message saying that you can hear me clearly? Oh, great. Okay, let's give a few more minutes for everyone to come in. Okay, I will do the video one more time before we start. Okay, I will do the video one more time while waiting for others to join us. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Okay. So let's wait for more people, but thank you for responding. Okay, so it sounds like you can hear me good and clear. Okay, so let me do some house checking, okay, before we start. So if you find your video is lagging, okay, please refresh your page, or you can use alternative platform. We do on Facebook and YouTube, and then because this is more towards students oriented, so I would love to hear from you so that I can accommodate or change my flow of my topic according to your need. Okay, although I have prepared some content that I would like to deliver to you, but of course I'm very welcome your questions. I will try my best to answer what I can. If I couldn't, okay, I will do some research and then get back to you. Okay, so shall we wait for more people or should I just go ahead? Anyway, again, good evening everyone. Okay, welcome to today's talk. There's a little bit it's more towards sharing, a sharing session. So my topic for my today's sharing is friend with your emotion. Friend your emotion. Okay, so be friends with your emotion. Somewhere along that line. Okay, let me put up my slide. Like this, no, like this. Okay, this looks better, bigger for you. Okay, today's topic, again, friends your emotion. Your emotion is not your enemy. I'll try. Okay, where's my slides? Here. Alright. Oops. Okay, so a little bit about me. Okay, I know some of you know me. And some maybe some of you don't. Okay, I'm Pearly from Student Affairs Department. Okay, I'm registered and licensed counselor with LPM, Lembaga Counselor Malaysia. What I do before this is that I did a little bit, I spent a little bit time with teenagers, with UT students, and then a lot of young adults. Okay, that's my area of counseling. Okay, and then mostly the most issues that I face with together with them is that mostly about academic stress and some life issues like relationship with families, somewhere around there. Okay, so this is today's tables of content. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about today is a little more detail about what emotion really is, and then a little bit like why your emotion is not just about the situation and it's not just about what others have done to you. Okay, and then the last part, I'm just going to give you some ideas that, because sometimes we feel that even I do so much stuff for myself, like I follow like whatever expert says. Okay, I do self-care, I exercise, I read, I do what I enjoy, but why do I feel like it's not working? Okay, why it's not working? So the last part, I'm just going to a little bit more into this, like discussing why some people feel some things work and some don't work. Okay, so let's go into it. What emotion really is. So anyone want to let me know like what emotion really is? Okay, do share with me. Okay, put it down in the comment, I will read it. Okay, so what emotions really is? Let's go into it. Here, to be more formal, okay, to be more formal explaining what emotion is, it is about neurological and bodily reaction towards an emotional stimulus. Example, something happened that stimulates, maybe say sad, something sad happened, okay, that you feel sad about it. So when neurological is more about what happened inside your brain, okay, like hormones, neurotransmitters, yeah, all of that stuff, neurological reaction. Okay, so it's sad, some kind of hormones is produced, okay, and then it goes towards after your hormones produced, it flows towards your body. So your body will detect that hormones and you have bodily reaction. Example for bodily reaction, maybe you'll be shaking. Okay, some people will be shaking, maybe sweaty palms. Okay, all of that, we call that bodily reaction. So emotion here, very formal. It says that what happens inside of your body. Okay, right. Something interesting here is that when we say about stimulus, okay, it could be something real or something virtual. Something real means it's something happened in real life. For example, you see a snake in real life. Okay, you feel you're afraid about it. You have fear. Okay, you stimulate fear, but it also can happen virtually. For example, you see that snakes in a video in a YouTube video. Although it's two different things, one actually seeing a snake and one you see it in a video, okay? But two of these two different conditions actually can stimulate fear response from you, okay? It doesn't matter if you're really seeing it or seeing it in a video. Both of this, if you are afraid of snakes, okay, it actually stimulates the fear inside you. Okay, that's the interesting part of stimulus. So it works two ways, virtual and real life. Okay. Something interesting to know. Yeah, this one I have mentioned earlier, like what emotion really is, how it happens from the brain first when stimulus come in. And then your brain produces hormones, all that stuff. Okay, internal stuff. It takes a quarter second for your brain to actually identify the triggers. Okay, after that quarter second, okay, it takes another quarter seconds for your brain to produce that chemical. So it takes half a second here. Okay, and then it goes throughout all your body. So how quarter seconds that identified it, your brain, oh, this is happening. Okay, and then your brain produce that chemical or the hormones in the next quarter second, and then it is flow throughout your body. Okay, and then throughout your body, and then your body react to it. We call it feedback loop. Okay, call it feedback loop. All this process. Okay, all this process take up to 6 seconds. Okay, this is why we always say, oh, it will pass. You know, this feeling, this emotion, it will pass. This is part of it, part of the explanation. Okay, so another thing to know. Now, I guess this is something that we always interchange with the word emotion. So sometimes we say, sometimes we use feelings and emotion because we don't really much differentiate in real life when we are talking with people. We don't really differentiate that, oh, this is my emotion, oh, this is my feeling, oh, this is like my mood. Okay, we don't really differentiate, but that is a little bit different in each of this. Okay, let me go into it one by one, using some layman terms. Okay, emotion, like we have mentioned just now, is what happened inside of our body. You know, all that hormone stuff. What happened inside of our body. Feeling is more towards the external stuff, what you consciously encounter. For example, pain. Okay, pain is one feeling, and another one, hunger, cold. Okay, this is all feeling. It's more outside of you, what you consciously know. And for mood is more generalized. It doesn't happen because of something. Okay, let me put it better way. It does not happen because of one specific thing. That is mood. It could be a lot of different inputs that causes mood. For example, some very common one, it's because of the weather. Okay, sometimes it's too hot and your mood is you're entirely you feel very irritated, but that's not something that one incident that happened that causes that mood. It's about the weather, or is it something about what happened maybe 2 days ago. Okay, what happened 2 days ago, or a series of things that causes your mood. Okay, it's more generalized. There's no one specific incident that causes mood. Okay, this is the differences between feelings, emotion, and mood. Okay, up until now, do you guys have any questions for this one? Because I think it might be a bit confusing when we're talking about emotions, feelings, and mood. What is the differences? Okay, so do let me know if you need me to repeat again about the differences between emotions, feelings, and mood. Okay, so let me go on first. Okay, so why do we really want to know the differences? Okay, one is to enhance our emotional literacy. It means that you can understand your feelings or your emotions and your mood more accurately. Okay, by knowing more accurately, it helps you to enhance your self-awareness. Okay, that's where it brings us to the second point. So why self-awareness is so important? Because it is the prerequisite for a lot of skills that you're going to learn in the future. For example, communication skills, like leadership skills. Okay, all these skills actually needs self-awareness. Okay, if you go on to Google, like how to enhance leadership skills, how to enhance communication skills, we actually find self-awareness a lot. Okay, why? Of course, it's important. Okay, it's really important to help you develop some certain skills. Okay, so this is why it's so important for you to understand. Okay, even if you cannot differentiate it like very clearly, but at least you know emotions is more internal, or the hormones, body feelings, body reactions. Feelings is more external, what you actually feel, like hunger, pain, cold, hot. That is feelings. And then mood is more generalized. You don't really have a specific incident that causing your mood. It's sometimes you just feel like, I don't know why, but I feel really down, you know, these few weeks. Yeah, because it could be a series of incidents, but it wouldn't caused by just one incident. Okay, this is more, right? Yeah. Okay, before I move on, do you have questions from the floor? Yes, no, I don't know. Please go on. Okay, let me just go on. Basic emotion. Okay, so in the earliest study, this is what we call they developed this, not developed, but they found out these are the basic emotions. Okay, 6 basic emotions which are universal throughout the human culture. Okay, so this is found by, what's the name? Paul Ekman. Okay, Paul Ekman. This is the earliest study. Okay, what are the 6 basic emotions? It is happy, surprise. Okay, let me just point to the face. Happy, surprise, sad, fear, and then we have okay, disgust. We have disgust at the left bottom corner, and then we have in the right bottom corner we have anger. So this is the 6 basic emotions that is developed in some early days. Okay, of course afterwards more research is done, and then they because more experiment is done, they found that it's more emotion to it. Okay, but I'm not going to talk a lot about each emotions. So just to let you know, these are the basic. Okay, these are the basic. If you're interested, you can go onto Google and you can find a lot of other emotions. Okay, these are not the only emotion, but these are the basic. Okay, right, next. Emotional triggers. Okay, this is one of the important part that I would like to bring up to you today. Okay, so what causes emotional triggers? Because I believe like everyone has different emotional triggers, right? What causes you to be angry doesn't mean it causes the other person to be angry. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. So, okay, what really causes it? It could be personal experience. Okay, what have you experienced in the past might causes it. Might causes everyone have a different emotional triggers, and then there is values and belief. Okay, it could be some societal issue, some societal values and beliefs, or maybe your culture, your religion. Okay, so this causes it to be different in everyone, and also upbringing. Okay, how you grow up, like how's your family dynamic when you're growing up, it affects as well. Okay, and the lastly, of course, is about the situation. Okay, situation here, it means that what happened in that moment of time. Okay, I think the next slide will give you a better idea of why I'm bringing this up. Okay, so when we're feeling something, when we have this emotion, okay, this is what typically we see. Okay, we only see or we experience the situation, what is happening exactly at that moment of time. Okay, that is situation. For example, if you are doing assignment, this person is not contributing anything, or maybe this person is taking my work to his or her own credit. Okay, this is the situation, what is happening at that time. But this is one of the things that causes you to, let me say, anger. I believe mostly it's about anger. Okay, when people copy your work and say it's their work. So it's anger. Okay, and then what you didn't see is that below, what is below the iceberg, because I believe this iceberg is pretty popular in a lot of situations, that it explains that what we see and what we don't see actually contribute to the same causes. Okay, so besides situation that causes you to be angry, so below are the other parts that might causes you to be angry: personal experience, values and belief, and upbringing. I'll give you an example so you can better understand why is this so. Okay, why does it happen in emotion? Okay, so example. So this person named XYZ. Okay, so the situation is that during a group discussion, this person got angry. Okay, because he felt that the group may ignore his idea. So XYZ in that time, he walked away. Okay, so let's do a bit of talking here. What do you think causes him to be angry? Oops. Go down. Okay, here you go. What do you think causes him to be angry? Yep. Anyone want to try? Like what do you think that causes him to be angry? And we know that, of course, situation is one thing that causes that person to be angry. And in the earlier slide, we know that, there's other things that, go again. Okay, that is other thing that causes a person to be triggered by something. So, what do you think? What do you think? Besides the situation, besides the situation, what else causes this person to be angry? Let me just close it. So a little bit for family background of this person, XYZ. Okay, parents, busy working, so both are working parents. So XYZ has an elder brother. Okay, elder brother, 22 years old. Okay, eldest son. So a lot of attention is go towards this eldest son. Okay, and then XYZ is the middle child, 20 years old, and then he has a younger sister, 13. Yeah, so when we look at this family diagram, so a little bit of analyzing here, a lot of attention is going to the brother. Okay, by the way, this is a story that I make up, so it's not like someone else. So it's just fictional. So this elder brother, a lot of attention going to the eldest brother because first child. First child in the family, parents sometimes tends to pay more attention, or they are more careful in something when they are raising the child. Okay, and then when it comes to middle child, you see at their age gap, 2 years age gap. So parents like, oh, I already raised a child before, so the second one, just not to say not pay attention, but maybe they are not so careful anymore compared to the first child. Okay, and then you see youngest sister, 7 years gap. After so many years, I have a daughter. So parents sometimes tend to pay even more attention to the youngest one. So attentions go to the eldest, attention go to the youngest. In probably he felt left out in the family. Okay, so I saw Rina. Maybe he feel left out. Maybe so. Yeah, it could be. Like we cannot really say 100% it is, but it could be. It could be one of the reasons that he feels left out. So how does it relate back to? How does it? Well, okay. How does it relate back to this situation? Okay, how does it relate back to this situation? It's that it could happen in two ways. Okay, if we are looking at the family diagram, it could be one thing. Could be one. Sorry, it is a button for this person XYZ. Okay, because when he's growing up, it tend to not get a lot of attention from the parents. In situation one, he could think that why is it so unfair? Okay, why is it so unfair to me? I want to do something about it. That's one. Second situation that I grew up in this situation. I'm used to it. So whenever people ignore me, it's okay, man. Right? It's okay because I'm grow up like that. Okay, so there's two situations. So in this situation, very clearly that this XYZ, he feel unfair. Okay, attentions go this way, attention go that way, but it never comes to him. Okay, he feels unfair. So when he grow up, every time when similar thing happens, he got angry. Okay, every time when similar thing happened, he got angry. So what I'm trying to bring out here is that yes, this situation that he group mate ignore his idea, it's one of the reason that he got angry. But please do not forget you also play a part in it. Because of your upbringing, because of your past experiences, it makes you more prone to be angry in this situation. So it works two ways. So earlier in my table of content, I have mentioned about it's not just about that situation. It's not just about other people. Okay, your emotion, of course, part of this is situation. In this case, his groupmate ignored his idea. This is part of the situation. But don't forget another part where this person past experiences in what do I want to mention? Past experiences, the upbringing. Okay, so these two parts, it works pretty much. How would I put it? It plays a big part of why this person feel this way. This person have this emotion. Okay, do I try to, because I'm trying to convey this is quite important. So you guys able to understand what I'm trying to bring out? Any question for this part? Shoot, come out again. Okay, because a lot of time you say, yeah, this person do this, but sometimes it's also one. Of course they do this, but sometimes also because in our body we already have the button. When in layman term when we are talking, we say, oh, this person pushed my button. So what does that button mean? Okay, where does that button come from? It could be come from your upbringing and your past experiences. Okay, so in a little bit of conclusion here, emotion is not just about the situation, it's not just about other people, it's yourself also play a big part of why you are feeling this emotion. Okay, why are you having this emotion? Okay, all cool. Okay, because I'm pretty quiet. So yeah. Okay, let's move on for now. Okay, so let's talk about coping. Okay, so after we talk about like what really emotion is, and then we talk about what makes up of your emotion. Now let's talk about coping. How do we really cope with it? I'm going to show you some healthy and unhealthy coping way. Okay, this is the healthy way of coping. I have put it up from a website, okay, because I think it's easy to remember. So when you look at this, a healthy way of coping with emotions, or what we say negative emotion, okay, it is a PATH. Can you see like every initial of them is like PATH. So this is positive coping. Some okay. So pause. Okay, why do we pause? Pause, it means that instead of reacting right away, let's take a little bit of time and pause and think about what really happened. This is pause. Okay, we acknowledge. Okay, what do we actually acknowledge here? How do we really acknowledge our feeling? Okay, so take your time, think about like, are you really mad at someone, or is it you are hurt because someone did this to you? Okay, just try to learn what is your emotion trying to tell you, and then tell yourself it's okay to feel this way. Okay, it's okay to feel this way. This is acknowledging. Now, what is think? Okay, what is thinking here means that no, because when you acknowledge that, you can actually know like where is this emotion coming from. So you will know, and you will able to name your feeling. Okay, name your feeling. Why does naming your feelings works? Because by naming your feelings, it feels like, okay, your body will, or your brain will feels like you understand it. Okay, because for normally we socialize with people, we're actually happy that people understand us. So your emotions works the same way. Your emotion would be happy to know that you understand your own feeling. Sorry, not feeling, your own emotion. Okay, so this is what thing means here. Okay, so when you know about you know what's this emotion about, so you can start thinking like, what can you do to make yourself feel better? What can you do to process that emotion? Okay, and then help here, it means action. So after thinking about it, then you can do something to help yourself to feel better. Okay, do something to help yourself to process that emotion. So this is healthy way of coping. This is not the only healthy way for coping, but to summarize, to make it easier to understand, I chose this 4. Okay, this healthy way of coping. Let's have a look at the unhealthy way of coping. It could be denial. Denial means you don't really acknowledge your feeling. Okay, you deny, okay, I'm really upset now, but you keep telling yourself like, oh, I'm not upset, I'm not sad, I'm not sad, I'm not sad. So this is denial. Okay, and withdrawal. Withdrawal means you're pulling yourself out of your social cycle. It could be family, it could be friends, could be classmates. Okay, someone you see every day. Withdrawal from your daily activities. For us, you just don't do whatever you enjoy anymore. Because this is kind of unhealthy. And then the third one, bullying. Okay, bullying here is that I believe everyone has heard about the bullying cycle. Okay, so because this person feel maybe anger, or it could be some kind, feel hurt, feel upset about this thing. So instead of doing it healthily, this person want to explode it out. If we doing it unhealthy way, bullying would be one of the choices. Okay, they bully other people. It could be physically and it could be verbally. It's more towards like emotional blackmail. Okay, so this is another unhealthy coping. And then to some further action, you could go towards substance abuse, and some further and it could be self-harm. Okay, so these are some of the examples of unhealthy coping. Okay. Any questions, people? Are you following me? Okay, do let me know if you're not following me. Okay. Right. So, okay, in my table of content, I mentioned about some concepts of doing all this coping. Sometimes we just don't feel we're doing everything that we make ourselves feel better, exercising, writing, reading, everything. But sometimes it just seems it doesn't work. So these are some other things to bear in mind when you're trying to make yourself feel better. Okay, there's some other concepts I think that everyone needs to remember. Okay, while doing anything, I think doing everything besides emotion. Dealing with your emotion is one important part, but it's also important to other areas of life. Okay, so let's go into it. Do not hide your feelings from yourself. Okay, I also have mentioned earlier in the unhealthy coping, like you deny your feelings. Okay, because if you deny your feelings, you are not actually I would put it like you deny your own existence. Okay, feeling is part. We have feelings, we have emotion because we are human. So if you push that aside and not dealing with it, it feels like you deny your own existence and you deny your own emotion. Okay, of course we don't actually react immediately. Okay, at this second I feel really angry, so at this point of time I need to express myself. Okay, it need not to be like that. Okay, if you are in an important, for example, important meeting, but you're really angry about something happened in the meeting, do you need to really like react straight away in the meeting of your anger because of your anger? I don't think you need to. Okay, this is not hide your feelings. It's just that you acknowledge your feeling at that moment of time, and then you're trying to deal with it and find a way to express, to process it later on. Okay, this is not hiding your feelings. Okay, hiding your feeling is entirely denying you are feeling sad, you are feeling angry. Okay, so second point, know why you feel the way you do. So in earlier healthy coping as well, because by naming your emotion, actually why naming emotion actually helps is that because like I've mentioned earlier, because you understand that, you understand yourself. Okay, that's one of the things that I really encourage my clients to do this with me, to acknowledge your own feeling, to know like why do you feel this way. Okay, when we say why you feel this way, it's not just about the situation. It go further back. Is it something happened when you're growing up? Is it something happened in maybe in college day, in high school days? Okay, so this is like digging deeper into the past, or knowing more deeper, have a deeper understanding of why you feel that way. Okay, following me? Is everyone doing okay? Is Kina quiet here? Okay, so let me move on first. Please feel free to put in your question. Let me change the banner. Please feel free to put in question in the comment box, because I would love to hear from you. Love to hear from you, and then and then try to, I can divert the flow of this whole presentation towards your need. Okay, this is why actually everyone is trying to ask, do you have question? Do you have question? It's because yes, we do have content, but we also want to make this according, not to say according, but make this related more towards you. Okay, you can relate more towards what I'm trying to say. So it's great, to share some. If you have questions, to share it out. So we can all discuss or look at it. Okay, right, continue. Don't blame. Yeah. Okay. So this is very much related to self-awareness. So okay, just use this. Use the example that I used earlier. Because this XYZ, his groupmate ignored his idea, so he felt angry. Okay, he is angry. So what does it mean that we don't blame in the situation? Okay, so I know, I acknowledge that I'm angry, but I also need to know that maybe that person is entirely not aware of what he or she is doing. You feel like this person is ignoring you, but for the other person, they don't feel it that way actually. Okay, so they'll feel like I did not ignore you, but I just maybe I didn't hear what you are saying, or maybe there's a different two person is talking at the same time, so you feel like it's ignoring you but not ignoring that person. Okay, this is what it means by don't blame. It means that you don't blame the entire situation on the other person. Okay, this is kind of hard. It's very difficult in a lot of situations, but you have to train yourself to do this. Okay, you don't do this overnight. You can't get this right overnight. This is throughout your life, it's throughout your studies, throughout your career, you slowly learn this. Okay, it's not something that happens overnight. So next, accept all, oops. I hate this. Accept all your emotions as natural and understandable. So don't judge yourself for feeling for having emotions, because this is we see this a lot in teenagers. Like, I shouldn't be feeling sad, I shouldn't be feeling angry. Okay, don't judge yourself for feeling certain things, don't judge yourself for having emotion. Okay, why is that so? Emotion is not like good or bad, it's a signal. It's a signal of your body. So it's telling you you need to pay attention at something. Hello. So his body is telling you. So I always like people always laugh that your body actually knows you better than you. Okay, it's giving some signals. Okay, so do not judge yourself, accept your emotion as natural as something can be understand. Okay. Okay, I think okay. So this is another interesting thing. Do you think you can control emotion? I really would love to hear from you. Do you think you control emotion? Oops. Do you think you control emotion? This is something. I mean, different people have different thoughts on this. So if you don't agree with mine, that's okay. Okay, don't worry about it, because it really, like, we have a lot of different approach how to deal with emotion. But I'm here sharing with some of the ideas that I think it's useful. Okay, to share with you some of the ideas that I personally practice. Okay, so do you think you control emotion? Okay, for me, for my thoughts, I don't think you control it. Okay, I don't think you control emotion, but you regulate emotion. Okay, what does it mean by regulate emotion? Because control for me thing is like, the remote control. Press 3, it goes to 3. You press 5, it goes to 5. So that is control. Okay, you go to whatever you want it to be. That is control. But why I would agree that we cannot control emotion, it's that emotion actually comes naturally. Okay, like in the earlier case, XYZ groupmate ignore his idea. So yes, in that situation, do you think you can control emotion? Oh, I'm not going to get angry. Or no, I'm not going to get sad. Okay, for me, you will still get angry, you still get sad, but the thing is that you just maybe don't react it out too much through your behavior. Okay, that emotions comes naturally. Of course, in that situation, I feel angry. Okay, you are angry, but do you need to act it out? That's another story. Okay, just emotions come naturally. You feel you have this emotion in some situation, but what you can do at that time is to control. What you can control is only your own behavior. You control your own behavior. Okay, how do you do that? By practice. This is a full-on story. I think I can spend like another 45 minutes talking about this. So yeah, if you are interested, please let me know. Okay, I can do that. But for now, just to let you know, I don't think emotion can be controlled directly. Okay, we can regulate it, or we control it indirectly. Okay, everyone following me? I'm just worried that you might not understand what I'm trying to say, but it's okay. So this is my stand. Okay, you can have a different stand. Okay, because it, like said earlier, there's no one specific way or one correct way to deal with emotion. No. Okay, there's use whatever way that you feel comfortable. Use whatever way suitable for you. Okay. Right. Yeah, just one more thing. When do we really seek professional help? Just ignore the numbers there, the phone numbers and email there. So let's talk about like, when do you really need to seek professional help? Okay, normally it's like we are not able to carry out our activities normally, like daily activities normally, eating, sleeping, working, but because of pandemic, some of these things don't really work anymore. Some of these explanations don't really work anymore. So for now, how do we really encourage people to seek for professional help? Like, when do we actually do it? It's that I will go with sleeping in, not sleeping, the more daily survival needs. If you're not able to really perform your daily survival needs, like eating, sleeping, drinking, I think maybe it's a good time to maybe talk to someone. Or nowadays we have a lot of free tests online. Stress, depression. I don't encourage you to diagnose yourself, but it could be a great tool to assess, to screen yourself. Do I really, distressed? Am I depressed? Okay. If you're really worried about it, do the test. Bring it to your. If you're going to seek for professional help, bring it to them. Bring it to the profession. Whoever it can be. It can be counselor. It could be clinical psychologist. It could be your psychiatrist. Okay. So this is one of other way that we can determine when to seek professional help. And I was listening to a webinar yesterday from Sandy Penang. The professor introduced PHQ. Is it PHQ-9? I'm not sure anyone went to it. I think it's PHQ-9. Is a free test. Okay, stress, depression, I guess, anxiety. So if you're interested, you can go on it and try. Okay, if you find it you need help, okay, please do go ahead. Okay, that's a good screening tool. It doesn't really mean that you got depression or anxiety at that point of time, because you need like proper diagnosis before we can say that. Okay, but this is a great tool to know, in this 2 weeks, in this 1 week, am I feeling like really down, or am I having all the symptoms? Having all the symptoms. Okay, if you do and you are really worried about it, go to seek professional help. And you have my number and my colleague number here. You can WhatsApp us to make appointment, and you can go to sorry guys, email. You can go to the email and email us that let us know you want to make an appointment. I think I have, but yeah, I have a QR scan here. So it brings you directly to the registration form for seeking counseling services. So if you need, you can just snap a picture, share it with friends, or this is for SAGI students. Okay, SAGI students only. Do remember we need to make appointments first. We don't really take walk-ins. Okay, at this point of time. Okay, we don't really take walk-in now. Do make appointment with us first if you really need counseling, right? So before I go to that, do you have any questions? Yes, no. Okay, good. Let's not wait too long. Okay, this is social media for student affairs. We have Facebook and Instagram. All our activities, future activities, will be posted here. Okay, we do have webinars, free talks, free sessions, and we do have online contests that enable you to win some gifts, okay, from us. So do follow it. Okay, do follow us so you can know what is happening, or what other future events that you might find interesting or useful for yourself. Okay. Yay, I'm done. But I have a feedback from here. Could you guys help me with this feedback form? This feedback form will help me in knowing how my performance today. Okay, I would really like to have some genuine feedback. And in the additional comment, there's a section that called additional comment. So in that section, could you please leave some future events that you wish to participate, or some topics that you wish to hear from us? Okay, because a lot of time, I think this might benefit you, but a lot of time you don't think that way. Okay, you guys don't think that way. So this is the reason why I would love to hear from you. Like, what kind of activities looking forward, or what kind of topic that you would love to hear from us. So yeah, if you have time, please help me with this. And right, I think I'm at the end. So you guys have any other question that you would love to ask before we close up today's session? Nope. Yes. Nope. Nope. Okay. I will take it as no. So thank you everyone for joining me today here at Sagi College Kuala Lumpur YouTube. So yeah, do sign up the feedback form for me. I would like to thank for your time. Just stay throughout this talk. Okay, I hope it's informative. I hope it's helpful in some way. Yeah, we do have another talk on emotional regulation by another speaker next week, Thursday. As I said earlier, there's so many different ways to deal with emotion. So come join us next week and see what are other ways that other speaker can provide you. Okay, right. If there's nothing, I will turn off the session. Okay, I'll call the session. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.